So the Lions Gate, right? The Lions Gate is a portal. The Lions Gate portal is a cosmic event that occurs every year between July 28th and August 12th. It peaks on August 8th, 8/8, and takes place when the sun is in Leo. The the Earth, Orion belt, and the star Sirius are lined up, which is activated by the rising star Sirius. Okay, so I used to say I have this theory, right? I know it's not a theory. So I'm going to continue on confidently about what I'm about to say to you. If you choose to listen, that's on you. If not, that's cool. If you heard me say it and you still don't get it, maybe just because I was bouncing around too much, but really you wasn't listening. We have to start listening even when we're just on some regular shit. It's just when you're only getting trained to listen to sounds, certain sounds, right? You're not hearing what or comprehending what you're listening to. It's just like frequencies is always hitting you, but are you picking up on that frequency to comprehend or translate the sound? It starts off with listening at its basics, though, because when you listen now, you're seeing both sides to the cipher and the middle. Because if you didn't listen, you didn't remember. So if you were dealing with something, it became more anxiety than more intuition, right? It's it's three sides to that shit, but let's stay focused. Let me get into that. That's when I get to rambling and just, get to talking, but we ain't about to do that fully right here. So let's stay on this. So my theory is that there's actually 4 of these Lionsgate portals every year. July 28th is what they say, but it's really July 27th. It's really July 27th, going into July 28th. That's the reason, if you've been peeping, I give you these dates. It's not just for no 6 ether shit. I give you these dates because this is when the Lion Gate portal is when the portal is a cosmic event. So this kind of explains why the Super Bowl was the day before it was over, before the cosmic energy closes. So because January is an alternate of July, April, and October. Why? Because there's no number greater than 9. So the Gregorian calendar, or the way they was taught to you, they tell you that it's 4 quarters of a year, especially in school already. So, but they tell you that it's 12 months. But if you separate those quarters, you have 3-month increments. So every 3 months, the increment of the energy actually rises. Okay? It's just when I say this has always been going on and they've been manipulating the energy like that, because it's pretty much a 9-year cycle. But it's low-key 12. But if you wanted to count anything to find out significant dates, when I started doing that, it was like 2021. So you just go back 9 years and you just look around that time date if it's nothing like that. But it will go all the way back to the 19th president and so on and so on. You'll just start seeing significant dates. This is shit I knew could have used to my advantage. I pretty much did. But when my videos was getting blocked, My tablets was also crashing. They were great tablets. It's to the point the ones that are broke and I just stopped using, they actually still work. But everything else was getting shut the fuck down, even my phones. It might have just been because of my frequency and the frequency I was in while doing it, just because I would literally chill outside in the sun. So when it's coming to this subject, it's to the point where nobody can tell me about my own energy, because I'm realizing what my energy was connected to and how it was being manipulated and how I'm taking my power back as I go through these cycles. But also, you have to be able to peek the spiritual attacks that's coming at you, okay? The thing is that's going to make you become the light is you realizing that already. Because it's not even like spiritual attacks. It's just the fact motherfuckers' thoughts processes, they have a different perspective. So sometimes they might look at you and just, ugh. And you might feel that without them saying anything to you. That don't mean they're trying to manipulate you. It's just when you become the light, you can change your perspectives. It's just like if you a nigga in the hood and everybody around you think you a pussy, but then they see you not a pussy, now you change their perspective. Now the energy gets changed. If somebody say you broke, but then they see you got money, their energy change up off of their perspective, just like them gold digger videos, so on and so on. So it's never the person, it's or the spirit. I mean, it's never the person. Sometimes it's their spirit, their mood, their mood which deals with their moon, which is the mu and the nu, which is dealing with their brain. The mood's going to deal with the brain, which the brain is going to deal with the nervous system and the cells and the atoms and create that feeling or emotion within you, which is actually a frequency and currency that's going through your body. Like you're the alchemist of your own body and you can change this shit from your perspective. It's just sometimes it's not really overnight because of memory. That's when a physical cleanup ties to the mental cleanup also because of memory and the things that's in your body themselves. Sometimes when you clean out your mental chakras, you can still have these certain things in your body that's tied to the wrong energy. So even if you're feeling like you're a high conscious being, it can get in the way of it. Once you reach a point of frequency, that becomes a permanent thing. But physically, you can still fuck up your shit. The permanent part is going to be you as aware. You feel me? But the physical is the connectivity. Because it has to work together as one. It can't be a split. You feel me? It's still a representation of how energy works. That A plus B becomes a 3 when the 1 and the 2 or the A and the B comes together. Okay? That's a 1 and a 2. That's a 12. Representing a 12 in you. Or like the stars above. It's talking about the alignment of the carbon 12. Your DNA, my guy. So that's why it is a 12-year cycle that's pretty much started from 2017. And this shit, with the timeline dealing with it, it's like 2029 when it was pretty much done with. But from here to there is going to be a lot of AI type shit. And yes, we are going to see the war with the AI because that's all it was. You feel me? A motherfucking AI machine that's been operating off of our memory. It's kind of like the Akashic Records, how that shit's just our DNA and shit. They've been trying to operate in our DNA to make this whole construct of whatever they had going on even to fucking work. That's why I'm saying it's literally your energy. It's literally your energy. It's literally your energy. That's when you're a consciousness and aware of it, which is happening, it starts calling on their energy back. And as people been dying and becoming our ancestors now, that even if they took the the wrong way or something like that, there's still a knowing to knowing what the fuck happened. And they're operating with nature now and with certain people. Like, that's just what it is. It's to the point where this shit is becoming a real life movie. For real. So these gates, right? It's like a lion's gate with 4 different alternate, just like the dragon has the 4 faces or the 3 faces. Yeah, it got the 4 animals, or the cherubim got the 3 animals plus the angel face, or the being itself like you, because you're going through that rebirth as you go through that 4th phase. Okay? That's the rebirth. Because the 9, if it was only a 3, 6, 9, it would just make one configuration of a triangle. But low key, it makes all the configurations as it goes. You feel me? That's where you get these shapes from. Okay? So, like, it's what this whole shit is about. That's why I said we're in the 6. Now, on the 7, it's going to be 7 stars plus 1. So that means after April, it's going to be permanently another star that should be there. Because that's going to help denote the next trinity. Because the whole point of the 3 and the 6, that's where we're at right now, the 3 and the 6. Okay? That's another cycle within a cycle or outside of a cycle. Okay? We're in the 3 and the 6 because the first 3 years was a trinity. That was a triangle. The second 3 years, that was another trinity. That's another triangle. That creates the Merkaba. But the next 3 years is going to create that aura. Reason why they's trying to cloud this shit up so much, because the more you cloud it, yes, it fucks with us at the same time and eliminates the charge that's in the air and pretty much manipulate that charge for its own purpose, like a parasite. Is not, if you really want to know what the clouds is tied to, look up Justice League, the first episode. Like the version they had like in 2000, maybe the 1990s. I think it was 2000, but it was on Netflix. You will know because the first story about it is John John. I have a big feeling that ties to clouds, because that's all sub-emission. That's how they control carbon emissions. It's the same way. And when it's dealing with you, that's dealing with the air inside of you because of your carbon cells. Okay? Getting back to point, you have your Lionsgate portal, which is the 8-8 portal, but it's open July 27th to August 12th. So when you come to October, you're actually dealing with the same type of thing. And that's when you have your Halloween, because your Halloween story actually matches up with the Lionsgate portal story. What goes on during those times, dealing with walk-ins and all types of shit, that actually matches up with October, so to say. But October is in October, and August is in August. So if you was to line it up on a 369 type of thing, January would have been October. So January 27th, they keep saying the 28th, but it's always the 27th, going into the 28th. Okay, so the 27th going into the 28th. Alright, so that would have been January. Yeah. October would have been August. So that's when the 8-8 portal actually matches up with autumn and fall type shit. But it's really a rise. Okay. So when you line it up to the rebirth, that's going to be October is going to be January. So February will be November. So if January was October, that would be like July being October. Okay? And November would be like August would be Leo, but November would be Scorpio. Okay? So February 8th would have been the peak of the shit that was going on, which a lot of it was going on, right? And it ended February 12th, which is the day after the Super Bowl night, which is a super ball energy that they used to harness during the rebirth of the planet and us. It was using that night and day to harness the ninth energy. Because when you get to January, that's actually dealing with the 9. And the 9 to the 12 is is west to north, but that's a 270 to 360. Okay? So that day was a big harnessing day. It was tied to spells and shit. Alright? So when we're getting to April, that's going to put us at January. Right? But April's gate to denote its higher self, that's what March and April's going to be all about, denoting itself into this higher state. We're already going through that right now, and the EPM should be coming out by March. A emergency broadcast on March, because they're pretty much scared of what's going on April, because it actually deals with a conjure and a type of war, just like on the Avatar when the Fire Nation was trying to take over the North Water Tribe, which is pretty much America. They tried to take over the North Water Tribe, and they wanted to fuck with the yin and the yang and the balance. So the people of the tribe would not harness that energy during the war, during the time they were going to attack, which is kind of like on some Asia shit. But if you look at the fish, if you look at the fish, it kind of look It looked like a catfish, but it kind of looked like the puffer fish, actually. And the puffer fish is what they eat to gain divinity because they believe that fish had something to do with the divine. So when it matches up from Asia, China and them, they actually had a production of that puffer fish, which produces the tetraoxidant they were looking for that dealt with the zombie drug dealing with Haiti. Okay? The other side of it, the Zetabe or the Zetia, is tied to Nigeria and the Ezo tribe. The Eze, the Ezo tribe. That's where they got that study from and made a deal to colonize pretty much through that tribe, most likely. Um, Moving forward, though, that puffer fish is what it kind of looks like on Avatar, unless I'm tripping. Because I thought it was like a Miss Puff. But it kind of looked like, yeah. Yeah, it kind of looked like a puffer fish. But I think it was a catfish, to be honest. But anyways, but yeah, that ties to the puffer fish and how China had a mass production of it because it was a lot of fishes over there. Yeah, okay, cool. So, I don't know, that deals with a shift, though, because that's when we go into the the last Trump stage, dealing with that timeline, which is 7 times 360. We're about to go through that timeline, and yes, we're going to prevail because the memory will be revealed to us and we will show them the revelation of the shit that's going on. So there's no worries because as it's hitting the planet, there's going to be always one person doing the works or receiving the knowledge or able to see the knowledge because it's really going to just come through anyone that you would least expect it. Just like me. I really least expect some shit like this to be happening to me, but once you realize it's actually a natural occurrence, then that's just what it is. You coming back to your common senses so you can navigate and know where the fuck you at. Feel me? You're just like a cell in your body. You know where the fuck to go. But you can't be blocked out by shit that's not supposed to be in the body. Because now you can't reach your homies or send out frequencies and they can't hear you the way you would think they could. They'll probably hear you, but you can't hear them to connect, right? Because you're blinded, okay? So it's time to clean it up physically, mentally, because each gate is like this lion's gate. And if you don't believe me, just remember what I said and then watch it for yourself. Because April, July, October, and January actually matches each other up with definition. You can go deep. I feel like I did it before, and it's probably somewhere in my videos. I suck at naming stuff, so it's probably caught up somewhere in there, somewhere, but it's there for sure. Because you start to see as we going into a higher frequency, these configurations going to be more like a 4 and up now. So yes, it's going to be more energy you're dealing with, especially dealing with however your planets lined up in astrology. Is just going to be an extra boost of that same thing. So it's imperative to stay at a higher frequency so you can move forward and not continue to go around the loop. Because the loop is what's created It's the O, right? The Cron system. It's the O, the little O. But once you break the loop, you create a 6 or a 9. You create a 6 and a 9, actually, which creates a whole different racetrack. Now, that's putting you 1, 2, 3, 4 together, which deals with 4 on another side, plus 1 dealing with the sun, and that can actually, you could use that to go even higher through another gate, just like a ship. You're the ship, okay? So, it's just like a little ship, right? Uh, Justice League had a ship, but they would leave their ship to go do missions. But they would still be stationed where they were stationed at. The body would still be stationed where it was stationed at. But anyways, yeah, so now that we're in the Lionsgate portal, if you remember what I was saying about the 6 ether cycle, that would put you at 2070. So 2023 or 2024 to 2070 is how many days we got till this new shift is settled, which is the year 2070. So 2070 minus 2024, that would be 6. That would be 46 or 45. Okay? Somewhere around there. Okay? So that will be a month and about, we're going to say a month and 10 days, 9 days. 9 days, 10 nights until this shit pop off. And that's starting from, actually, no. Yeah. That'd be 45 days after February 12th, after the Super Bowl. So 45 days after the Super Bowl, what is that? Do I have a calendar? Hey Siri, let's look at this. 45 days from February 12th. So you got 7, 14, 21. No, 21 days will be Monday on the 11th of March. Will be 21 days. So that means we have another 45 minus 21. We gotta make sure we're doing that math right, first of all. Because 45, I know I'm right because I'm getting blocked. All right, so look, 45 minus 21. Dang, how did I get 45 again? Shit. All right, I'm gonna just keep going with this shit. All right, 45 minus 21. We'll figure out how we got it and correct it if need to. All right, so 45 minus 21 will bring you to 24. Okay, so 24 days from March 11th. We're going to say 24 days. So that's 1, 2, 3. Oh, shit. 1, 2, 3 would be the 31st, which you have 3 more days. So that would be the 3rd. Some shit's popping off on the 3rd. Which gives you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Some shit popping off on the 3rd. Oh. Oh, no. Yeah, because that means it's going to be settling. Oh, yeah. Because it's going to be settling. Oh, April is just going to be amazing time to be alive. It's matching science. So, April Fools. Fool. Oh, they made that singular. Okay, so take the S out. You got loof. Loof. Aloof. The F is actually a phi, which is a PH. So that would just spell loop. Happy loop day. Going into the next dimensional, which is still a loop. A dimension is a loop. So it's just we was dealing with we were being controlled by the loop when the ozone layer was able to manipulate on a ground and a water resonant level dealing with the moon. Okay? It still is a little bit from what is still left. They try to use the clouds to help produce a new one so they can do some type of manipulation, because at the end of the day, they're manipulating the solar energy, and yeah, the moon manipulates the solar energy just like your brain does. So, if anything, yeah, shit about to get weird. Man, go deep into this.